Do you guys think that when America's done with the Palestinians that they'll be satiated? This just ends with them being wiped out and then everyone's happy? Or I'm sorry, they can also move to the desert, I guess. But then what? Then you just rebuild on the ashes? You don't think that the American imperial war machine is going to be coming for someone else next? This never stops. It never stops until it stops. The machine is going to have to keep being fed, so someone will be next. So who's volunteering? I don't know. I just can't, if you can't see the humanity in what's happening, and you can't envision yourself there, don't be fooled. You can be there, and honestly, you probably will be there eventually, because this will not stop. You don't think there's going to be any retribution for this? It's not about Israelis or Palestinians to Biden. To him, it's just a forward operating base that he cannot lose. You think he's going to be responsible for the collapse of American hegemony? No. All America knows is colonialism and imperialism. The next group of people that no one cares about, they're coming next. We're all Palestinians. It could be any of us. We're all the same. We all want the same things. We all just want food, water, shelter, and community. That's it.
It's kind of crazy how different life is in Palestine versus here at the Capitol in DC. I mean, we see it on our phones every day. Niggas are dying left and right in Palestine, Sudan, Yemen, the Congo. All the people of America just vibing out, looking forward to Halloween, having a fun little Marine Corps marathon celebrating the Imperial Stormtroopers. For what? So the ruling class can make a couple extra bucks? So we can look at ha-has on our phones all day, losing the essence of life more and more as time goes on, never once truly resisting and breaking free? Sure, we have our little protests a couple times a week. We march and scream that we'll shut it down, but ultimately, afraid to sacrifice the precious little we have left, we hold on tight to our comfort and go home for the night as the bombs continue to rain down on Gaza, just as the ruling class wants us to do. I mean, think about it. How could we ever truly save Palestine if we can't even save ourselves? And I'm not talking just a ceasefire. I mean true liberation, decolonization, and freedom from capitalism for all around the world. The only way is to sacrifice all we have, to put everything on the line and come together, supporting one another as we fight so we can finally create the world that we were always meant to live in. I was losing my mind trying to push down these feelings, trying to just keep getting by, waiting for everything to change. Until finally I decided that I'm taking control of my life, and I'll do everything I can to bring about this change, even if I'm alone. The spark has been ignited. My soul is on fire. And one day soon, I hope yours is too.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk America. It is your host Reggie, back again to talk shit about this country. Now, I started the video with 2 TikToks, basically speaking on imperialism and how this Palestinian conflict, what it feels to be an American in during this conflict. More specifically, in those 2 videos, I wanted to showcase those 2 videos because it really represents how a lot of Americans feel. Not all of Americans, but a lot. America as a country, as a nation, is a war machine, and we see it today where we need to fund or support or be at war-torn places. We need war. We need I said this in my last episode, war is profitable. Because when you look at how America operates as a country and how imperialism is, it's still to this day embedded in our country's DNA. We need to be imperializing a country. We need to, and if not us, we need to support somebody who's doing that, with Israel. And like Buddy said in that one TikTok, it's going to keep going until it stops. America is going to look at the next place for imperialism, for money, for gain, because it's not going to stop. It's going to keep going. Like they said in the videos, Yemen, Congo, Syria. It's not just Palestine. Unfortunately, there are other places who are going through the same thing, and unfortunately, America seems to be, associated with all of these, because America is an imperialistic machine that has to just be oppressive, and it's frustrating. And I want to talk about this because it's frustrating as an American, because I can't speak for all Americans, but I feel like the average response is what's going on over there is fucking wrong, and we should be able to do something about it. But like that one dude said in the video, we typically just go back to the comfort comfort of our own homes, and we just watch from our phones and shit. But you know, I think, in my personal opinion, I feel like a lot of Americans don't like feeling hopeless. Like, they don't like feeling helpless. Like, when we went, well, at least me, and I'm gonna speak for a lot of Americans. I ain't gonna speak for all Americans, but I know there are plenty of Americans, not just Americans, but humans who feel the same way as me. When I see these videos of Gaza, of people screaming, literally screaming, you see videos of bombs being dropped, kids crying, thanking God that they're alive. Like, it's mind-boggling, and it's so upsetting as like just a person of humanity to see other humans go through that. Innocent people. These are people who just want to live. A lot of us want food, shelter, and community, and to see innocent people be persecuted is frustrating. And like, for us Americans, we watch from the comfort of our phones, and we have to go to work. You know, we're blessed compared to a lot of other people. But even with that, it's frustrating to feel hopeless. Not hopeless, but helpless and hopeless. I was talking to my friend the other day, and a lot of Americans have this hopelessness. Like, there's no hope. We have nothing to look forward to. Our government do not care about the American people. They're more so focused on warmongering and profit off of that. And it's upsetting because these are innocent people who are dying. And honestly, in my true opinion, there's gonna have to be from Americans, we're gonna have to start coming together and realizing that the people in charge aren't doing a good job, and we're gonna have to do something about it. Like, I'm not happy with the current government. I'm not happy that they're funding these things, but at some point, like that one dude said at the end of the video, all of this shit has lit a fire in me, and hopefully it lit a fire in y'all. And that's one of the main reasons why I created a show like this, because I've had a fire lit for not only the American people, just people around the world being persecuted and subjugated because of like imperialism, colonialism, capitalism. Like, this imperialistic, capitalistic society is very violent to everyone, and it's getting to the point where a lot of the people should be getting fed up. Like, my goal is to have Americans realize that, hey, you've been going through too much bullshit for you to just keep going through it. You need to be fed up like how I'm fed up, because when you're not fed up and you just keep going through the motions, that's how the government, the ruling class, the rich people, that's how they win. They want you to feel hopeless. They want you to have no hope. They want you to just go to work. That's like literally what they want. Go to work. The work that we're being told to go to isn't paying enough, and we're working hella hours and we're being exploited. A lot of Americans need to be fed up on shit like this, because I'm sick and tired of seeing this. I want better for American people. I want better for everyone, and some change is going to have to come, because this system is not working. Like, I don't know, my goal is to just organize. Like, honestly, what we need, in my opinion, is organization. We don't even need every American to be upset. We need a good percentage, because realistically, we can't have every American on the same page. When has that ever happened? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's ever happened. But there, like I always say, there needs to be something in the resemblance of the American Revolution, because unfortunately, it seems as if we have to take back our own country. Americans have to take back our own country, because America is not America. It's a shell of itself. When we are supporting genocides, when we're trying to give billions of dollars to other countries and we can't even give that towards ourselves, that's when you start realizing, hey, our government is not a government. Let me repeat that. Our government is not a government. It's 5 corporations, and that's it. It's like 3 rich people who is like puppeteering our government. President, the Supreme Court, the Congress, all 3 branches of the government is not a government anymore. Democracy is not here. I need a lot of Americans to understand that democracy has been gone for a while now. Like, voting isn't even voting today. You have millions of Americans who would rather not vote because they feel like it's useless. That's not good. When you have Americans who'd rather not vote because they feel like it's just pointless, that's not good. That's kind of what the ruling class wants. They want us to be hopeless. They want us to not vote. It's frustrating, because what they want from us, we're seeing it firsthand. Millions of Americans are hopeless, and they just don't give a fuck. I gotta go to work. it's upsetting. And you know, I'm trying to do my part to inspire change. It's gonna take a lot. I'd rather do this than nothing. I cannot just sit by and not do nothing, bro. It's so fucking frustrating. I was not doing nothing for the last couple of years. I can't not do nothing when people are being bombed, women and children. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. The fact that this Palestinian conflict, like I said, it's good to, in the last episode, it's good to see a lot of Americans upset with this, but there is going to need something, like we're going to need a change. Like, there's going to need to be a serious change. And I need a lot of Americans to understand it, because the way change is currently enacted is with voting, and we have to vote for this person to represent my state. We got to vote for this person to be our president. The way that goes is outdated, and it's not representative. It's not, because when we vote these Congress members to go to Congress, they're up there playing with their dicks. Meanwhile, the average American is struggling. So what the fuck are they doing? The government, the president, they're doing a fucking terrible job. They're not having our best interests at heart. And I have to repeat myself day in, day out that they're doing a shitty job, bro. And hopefully Americans come together. But it's getting annoying, bro. Like, it's not even getting annoying. It's been annoying, but I'm gonna keep speaking on it because I want Americans to be as frustrated as I am with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep going, bro. I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. I just want to speak on that shit. Appreciate everybody supporting me, watching everything, and stay tuned to the next episode. Peace.